I think they've always been there, especially as a tool for providers and the vendors to incentivize what we need. So I think the issue is when if a vendor is trying to take too much, if they say we're gonna, I don't know. There's like a balance between being greedy versus still trying to align interests. And then also I think there's another consideration for capital deployed, because some of these are very capital intensive with resources brought into a market. And if the health plan is not going to put up any like installation fees or upfront fees, that could influence how much is in for full or shared risk savings on the back end.
Great. And just as we sort of, and I'm going to give Fernando some time to also ask some questions, but given your sort of your background and your extensive knowledge in the industry, if you were to say leave Kaiser Permanente and go off, and someone gave you sort of a bucket of money and said you can go build a company to support some pain point that health plans are facing, and it doesn't have to solely be in care management, what would those top three areas be?
I love the question, and I think all day it would be probably just continuing to build upon what is the advanced primary care practices have done. So when I look at IORA or ChenMed or One Medical or Forward, or pick any of the newer ones, you could put Caremore or Oak Street in there as well. There is so much space, and I think that, like I said earlier, I more believe in those types of models to build from the ground up rather than deploying a SWAT team to do what primary care isn't doing and should be doing. So that would be my top one. The other, number 2, 3, 4 would be specialty-driven solutions that are just specialized. So we talked about oncology. That's a pretty developed space. I think there's probably another developed space for chronic pain management. There's certainly a space for behavioral health integration with primary care. Even things that are more consumer-centric, like integrating dental and primary care. You go into the dentist 3 times a year for teeth cleanings. We should be able to, take blood pressure and have checkups at the same time. Just things like that really start to turn or integrate pieces that are logical to bring better outcomes.
What about in the technology space, bringing technology, analytics, that kind of thing? He's like, nah, we're good.
Well,
you sit at Kaiser, so that does give you somewhat of a disadvantage.
Well, technology for me has always been an enabler. It hasn't been the leader. It's been all about clinical model. And then the technology is what drives the clinical model. It's not the other way around. So if that's the play, there was a company I've seen recently called Zelf, like health, but with an X. And that was one of the cooler ones I've seen recently, because they're looking at pretty much all of the digital consumer engagement health solutions out there and serving as an integrated platform for all of these different solutions. So health plans make one installation, or a health system makes one installation to get access to all these different platforms.
Wow.
I thought that was pretty good. And useful, and technology on its own. I think I would love to see telemedicine, tick on 2.0. How do we really reach people with the technologies we have to enhance engagement and care delivered? And, I don't know what that looks like, but that would be a game changer too, if we can start reaching people where they don't have to come into clinics in a meaningful way. Right now it's video visits, maybe a